All right. So there on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got my homie here, Benzz Filmz.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
So man, how long you been? Let's get into it. Let's off top, man. So where you originally from?
I'm from Brooklyn, from Crown Heights. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I give you a whole story about how I ended up here, we're gonna use the whole 30 minutes on that.
So yeah, you got a shorter version?
So I grew up in Brooklyn, and then I moved to Puerto Rico when I was 13, and then from 13 my mom got married, and I moved back with my mom's at 15 to North Carolina, and then my stepfather is a military man, so I got to go to Hawaii. And then living in Hawaii, man, I mean, honestly, Brooklyn boy, going to Hawaii was a huge thing. Never thought I'd seen that rock, you know what I'm saying? I made a lot of family out there. Shout out to everybody in Waianae. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing a lot of my music stuff out there, and I had mad love from everybody. And pretty much from there, I also started doing videography, because I had a media broadcast class there. So, you know what I'm saying? I was doing a lot of editing, shooting for stuff for school, learning shots and all this stuff. So I already had my foot in there. And plus, when I was in Puerto Rico, my dad was also a producer. So he also did a lot of music videos. He did a lot of promotions and stuff like that. So I seen him work and stuff like.
So you around everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I never thought that I was gonna grow the same passion as him, but I ended up growing the same passion. Fast forward, man, after Hawaii, I moved here, actually at 19.
To Augusta or Aiken?
And I was actually in Augusta, in Grovetown.
Okay.
I lived in Grovetown for 19. Then at 19, I decided to go back to Brooklyn to do my music stuff up there.
Right.
I was a big fan of J.Paul, so J.Paul leaving from North Carolina, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Jay-Z's building, Yeah. So now, I got sidetracked doing other stuff. I was young. You know what I'm saying? I should have put more effort into it.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I think God had other plans for me.
So question, when you doing the music part, doing the artist stage, because I'm an artist myself, but it's like when you've been doing it for so long and you start doing other things that draw your attention away from it and things like that, it makes you like, okay, you start looking at the things that you could have done when you were younger. Mm-hmm. So what are some things you wish you would have done when you were younger that you look at yourself now like, okay, that would have worked for me if I would have did it that way?
Well, see, back then I used to be very kept to myself. I kept my circle real small, real tight. I didn't really like going out I went out, but it was with my homeboys or whatever. I just kept to myself so much. But it really hindered my career as an artist because, I thought I was able to put out some nice joints, have some nice lyrics, and just put them out. People will listen to it and they will gravitate towards it. Hawaii worked, but the reason why Hawaii worked is because I was in high school and a lot of people knew me.
Right.
So I was always surrounded by people that was listening to my music and saw me. Now, when I came here and did this, I was stuck in a cage, in a hole, you know what I'm saying? So I really didn't do anything with it. Because what I would have done different, now that I'm a videographer, which I took a whole different approach, if I would have been went out, networked, talked to people, showed my face, and pretty much yo, this is my track, this is my music, maybe something would have came out of it. But like I said, maybe God has a different plan because I did that with videography.
Right.
I got out that whole, I started networking with people. I was, 3 months into my business when I actually made it into a business. And boom, a year and a half later, I'm here, bro.
Yeah. Life been moving pretty fast for you. Just growing up, being around the entertainment business and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, did things slow down after you had your first child, or how things go with that?
Oh man. Okay, okay. After 19, like I said, I was doing my artist thing and didn't really pop off. So I decided to say, okay, maybe this ain't for me. I need to look for a real world job. You know what I'm saying? So I started working at gas stations. I started working fast food chains and stuff like that. But my personality is a little too straightforward. So when I had to deal with people that, tried to be bigger than me, it's not even about that. Like, if you met me in person, you know what I'm saying, you would treat me with respect.
Right.
And I was in environments where they didn't respect because I was in a lower rank.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I will have to talk to these individuals and be like, yo, like, if you would have seen me in the street, would you talk to me like this? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got in trouble a lot for speaking my mind.
Right.
And I'm a creative. So it's just like, you're pretty much told to do, not think. And, you know, I was happy with a job for a little bit until it just got boring. And I realized maybe there is something more. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, I just kind of had to add that. When I had my child, I kind of just went straight to work. You know what I'm saying? I was just taking care of my kids when she was younger, and then you know, now she lives with her mom, so we got separated. And pretty much, you know, I get her here, you know, she's here with me, so from time to time. But through that stage, I realized that I need something to provide for her, and something that is mine.
That is yours, right?
Yeah, like, instead of helping someone else build their empire, I gotta build mine.
Build yours, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's when I was like, yo, what am I doing? I've always been nice with the camera. Like, that's something that I always love to do. Why not make it an everyday job?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why not, you know, love to go to work and actually build my own empire?
Build your own empire, right? Yeah. Brick by brick yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You appreciate it more, and then at the end of the day, it's something nobody can take it because you built it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I totally agree with you on that, man. Totally agree with you on that. Because you got more freedom, you know, got more flexibility, more different things that you can do when it's you basically in control of the whole reins. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, exactly.
So, man, what is your pros and cons of getting into film, you know, videography and filmmaking and stuff? Like, what's your pros and cons for that? As far as like when you got into it, of course you love it, but you also have your cons about it. Like, yeah. So what was the pros and cons about someone that's trying to get into videos?
Okay, so it's a very wide open question.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the cons when I first started. And this happens to everybody, and I'm going to tell this to everybody. When you first start your own thing in your own business, anything what it is, you're going to have a great first month run, but all of a sudden you're going to have this rut where you're going to fall down. And it's like God trying to tell you, like, yo, you sure this is what you want? If you want, you're going to grind for it. You're going to have to sweat for it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that test. And everybody goes through that test. Now, once you pass through that test...
You get them tests multiple times.
For real. Once you pass those tests, man, it's like...
Yo, you know the truth there,
yeah. So once you pass those tests, man, it's just like... Now you're starting to see growth.
Right.
Now you start to appreciate where you started from. Right. You know what I'm saying? I have very humble beginnings. I'm talking about... very humble beginnings, and like everything I have worked it all my life. So when it came to something that I own and did, I put so much passion into it, and it's working hard and grinding every day, getting up and actually doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could dream all day, we could talk about it all day, but you got to get up and actually make it and turn it to fruition, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit doesn't happen by talking about it.
Right.
At all, man. Nothing happens,
bro. So... You know, so those are my cons, when I started, but that's everybody. Everybody's going to go through those cons.
Oh, yeah. That's with any business.
Yeah, that's with any business.
Any business. But yeah, you when you said that, it made me think of all those times that I went through those phases. Boy, them things are rough.
Yeah.
And you got to have tough skin for this business. Just entertainment at all, you know. So, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. And then, you know, what advice do you tell people when it comes to picking the right cameras, picking the right lenses, lights, and stuff? What do you tell people that's trying to get in the game?
So, you know, I started a YouTube where I was actually speaking about how to get started on, you know, I kind of made a small tutorial. Just, you know, you could start with your phone. If you have a nice phone, you could start with that. But to start out, like, me and you, we both started with a Canon T3. Canon T3i. Yep. And with the Canon T3i, I mean, I think they stopped selling those because now they're big on the mirrorless.
Yeah.
So, you know, I started with a Canon T3i, and basically, you know, I had the kit lens. It was cool to use for the moment, but then when I upgraded that kit lens to a 50 millimeter, everything became sharper. I had more depth of field to play with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything, you know, looked a lot better.
Yeah.
But you have to pair it with a gimbal because there's no image stabilization.
No image at all. At a 50.
No.
It's not really none of, I mean, the higher the 85s, the 100s, and you know, you bump that thing is off. It's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going crazy, man.
So as far as camera, you could use any camera, you know. As far as any camera, you could use any camera that you have in disposal to start.
Yeah.
You know, like I started with an Acer. The camera from my laptop, bro.
Oh man. Damn, you had me thinking the Acer. That's a small little camera. Yeah,
that's a small little laptop. I got it free from school. I had to join this thing for like a month, and I started using it to record music.
Oh, Lord. How long you had it for? Months. Far as with music videos, where we were dealing with artists with their music videos, like what are some things that you would tell artists that they need to do to have the certain videos that they would like to have? You know what I mean by that? You know, cause you know what I mean? Like some artists, like they have an idea what they want, but they don't understand how much it takes and what it takes and how much it costs to get these things to make it happen. So what are some things that you tell artists they need to prepare and prep for to have a successful video?
Oh man, this is my huge thing. I don't like even before recording. I call it a video treatment. It's like a script, but my form of a script. So basically I tell them, like, we will sit down before we even shoot. We'll have a meeting, and then we'll pretty much go with the idea of like, okay, this is a song, we already heard it. What is your vision on it? You know, some artists decide to just give me full creativity. Some artists like, oh yeah, I was thinking we could do this, this and that. So then we pretty much write down and what scenes and what intro and what we're gonna do on verse 1, hook, and etc. Now, if we need prompts, if we need place to rent, if we need all the stuff, we write all those things down before we even go shooting. So by the time, you know, we already know what we need to spend on, and pretty much like, you know, everything that we will need on the project. So, you know, that part is organized. Now when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, like when it comes to my prices, I guess, you know what I'm saying, you know, I talk to them. I don't really explain too much the time, but it's very time consuming. It takes 10 hours, 8 hours to do a music video. And that's really putting in time. Like if I wanted to do it quick, I could do it quick. But me, I'm very prideful for my work. So I will sit hours, you know, maybe even days to try to get this video exactly how I want it.
How you want it, right?
Yeah,
how you vision it,
yeah, exactly. So, you know, people see my work and they see, you know what I'm saying, so they don't really ask too much, like, you know, how long does it take or anything. But, you know, I try, especially shoots, I try to keep them under 4 hours. Sometimes I pass that, you know what I'm saying. I also got a fee for that as well. Like, okay, we could go past 4 hours, but this is how much is going to be paid for that too. So, I mean, you know, people see my work and they understand the quality, and then, you know, when it comes to that, they're cool with with the price that I give them. We sit down and do the video treatment. We get everything set up, and we just go by the script. Now that time, we're saving time. We're saving the artist's time. We're saving my time, and I could get to work quicker, and I could get to other stuff quicker, and everybody's happy.
Because you know what I'm saying? Everything's already mapped and organized.
Yes, sir. That's the biggest thing. Being organized in a shoot is very important for me.
Very important. Very important.
And it should be very important for everyone.
Yes, very.
That's my biggest pet peeve, being organized. Man. And then when you have it written down in the script, you go editing. Your editing sheet is right here. All you have to do is look through the clips, see the ones that you like, and just set it up to how the script is written.
So how do you balance out your time as far as you being the person that does the filming and does the editing? How you manage to balance out your time by being a father, take care of, you know, responsibilities, and run your business and editing and doing all that? How you balance all that?
So how I do that is I also organize my time and my days. I have a big calendar next to my bed that I write post-it notes that I know which day I'm going to shoot what and which dates I'm going to edit what. So basically Mondays and Tuesdays, I use those days for editing. And then Wednesdays, if I haven't had no calls or anything, I try to look for clients to fill up for the rest of the week. And then, you know, I already have clients by Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And throughout those days, you know, like, as far as my kid goes, you know, she be with me. You know, she sees me work. You know what I'm saying? She has the time, and then, you know, throughout different weeks, I take some times off so I could be with family. Right. So, you know, some Fridays I might not be available because I'm out with my family. Okay. I'm out with them. You know what I'm saying? So I try to break that schedule that way. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give myself too much work because then I won't have time for my family.
Time for your family,
and that's more important.
Facts, man. Big facts. Yeah. So yeah, man. So what are some of the things that you've enjoy filming? As far as like what is some of the favorite videos that you done filmed so far? Like one of your top 3 videos.
You know what's crazy?
Out of your collection.
You know what's crazy? I was actually looking through my videos yesterday. So yeah, sometimes I go back and look through them, you know, because I also shoot promotions too.
Right.
So I, you know,
you
I
shoot
do
real estate too.
Yeah, I do that for South content. Or South content, because I'm also
restaurants, all types of stuff. I be seeing you own it, bro. You own it, bro. Hey, I give props and props, dude. You own it, bro.
Yeah,
you own it, bro. You own it. So man, yeah. The question,
the question. So but yeah, you know, real estate. I do that for Allison South, which is also my side job. They hit me up in different days, so I work with them and they pay me to do those.
So real estate videos easy for you?
At first it wasn't because I had to learn somebody else's style.
Oh, right. Explain that for people that really don't understand.
So some people have different ways of shooting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to shoot a lot of my stuff handheld. I got a gimbal and, you know, I rarely start using it. But now with him for the real estate shots, I had to use a gimbal. So I had to learn how to use my body with the gimbal. So, you know, basically my partner, James, he was like, you know, like, think of the gimbal as an extension to your body. So he took me out training a few times and I learned a lot of skills from there. You know what I'm saying? Now I could say I could use a gimbal pretty well. Yeah. You could buy a gimbal and use it and move it, but there's so much more to it. Yeah, I was like, bro, I had no idea. So
most people do the standard
push in, push out, side to side, up and down, or the analogs. Now you could, you know, make an orb with that. You could make, you know, slide ins this way or coming downs and stuff like that, you know. And you have to learn how to use your feet and your body,
and your knees
and all that ninja walk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I learned a lot with James, and I actually took pieces from him and added to my style. So his style is more smooth, orbital, you know, orbit kind of shots, you know, like you're stepping in. He makes you feel like you're going in a roller coaster when you're inside of the house. Mine's are more like, you know, I like close-ups, very blurry backgrounds, you know, movements. I like to move with the artists when they're moving, so I'm moving at their stance, you know. And then my wide shots, right. You know what I'm saying? So I like very close and wide shots. So working with him I'm working with an ultra wide lens, which I haven't even worked with. Yeah, so the rooms could look bigger.
Look bigger than what they are.
Yeah. So you know, it was fun.
It look more of a fisheye look. Almost close to a fisheye.
Almost close to a fisheye. And then bro, I had to shoot that vertical. It's not even landscape. Vertical, bro. Sure. Vertical with a freaking with a gimbal, bro. Yeah, it's not the best at first, but I got used to it and it's actually pretty good. You know, you could put the same movements that you would do in a landscape and a vertical. It just takes your brain to kind of like train it.
Train to it.
Yeah. So, talking about that, when it comes to a lot of promos, I do use a lot of his techniques with my videos. But I also use my technique, so I kind of have like two above worlds. I just kind of add it to my stuff.
So
yeah.
Add it to your videos.
Add it to my arsenal.
Make it so the more you learn, there's more to your arsenal that you know. I look at it as like if you learn in boxing, kung fu, Muay Thai, you know, you just learning a different technique that add to your style, so that you can tap into whenever you need to.
Exactly. Yeah. So as far as my favorite video, I would have to say the BJ video, which was wait, what's the name of the song? Hold on. This is bad. Don't hate me for this.
Is it Magic Carpet Ride?
Huh?
Is it Magic Carpet?
Nah, it's the video that we had one of the guys actually like get kidnapped. He was taken into a building.
Oh yeah. Okay, I seen that.
It was one of my first videos, which
I can't think of the name of it though.
Hold on.
Was that the one that was in the graffiti area?
Yep, that's the one. Hold up, I got it right here. Decimals.
Yeah, decimals. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
decimals.
Yeah.
So I really like the video because of the concept. I mean, as far as quality, man, I shot that with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
T
You like
with
the
the T6 and
concept.
the kit
Yeah.
lens, and I
That
still made
still
that
look
look
good.
fire.
That still came out
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I still made that look fire. It was the idea and the concept of the video. We actually sat down and we all brainstormed on that video and created it together.
Right.
And when I do that, I really enjoy that with clients. When I could sit down and when I could pick you, because one of my slogans is creating your vision to life. Not creating my vision to life, but if you need me to, I'll do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's a huge thing for me. Like me able to speak with somebody and they give me their ideas and then putting my ideas and making the video. That's what that whole video was about. And it just came out great. It was like a short little story in it. You know, there was a lot of great acting in it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was good. It had all elements of
Had all
filming in that
elements
music
into
video.
it, yeah.
And as far as videos, I love shooting music videos. Those are my favorite.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah.
up, man.
You asked me that earlier. I didn't answer.
So, photography. What got you into photography?
Oh, man. So what got me into photography was, I didn't say this, but in Hawaii, I used to work with Fading Sky Photography.
Bro?
Yeah, when I was 15 years old.
Hey.
And I went in there as a videographer. So when I went in there as a videographer, they was like, I think you need to know more about the basics and learn photography. So I didn't even own a camera. They just let me borrow theirs. And I think it was a Canon T something. I can't really remember. So I went out in the neighborhood. I started shooting trees, birds, people.
It's like the first thing they tell you to do is the landscaping and stuff.
Yeah.
Wildlife and stuff.
Exactly. And then they got me to learning, shutter speed, ISO, film speed, aperture, depth of field. So I learned that at a very young, as a teenager. So I learned that, and then I applied that to video because I was just shooting it in automatic at that time. Then when I found out about frame rates and I found out about the rest of everything that you need to know, I was like, oh man, that took me to a whole different level. Yeah, because that
put the pieces together.
Yeah, so it just kind of like now it helped me be creative and made me want to shoot what I wanted to shoot. So as far as photography, I love doing photography as well. You know what I'm saying? I mostly like to shoot people. I love shooting the landscape as a hobby, but I love shooting people. It's the connection that you have with the client.
Right.
When you're in a photo shoot, you just have a lot of fun and you just feel like you're vibing with your client. And now you just, you're playing with colors, you're playing with your lights, you're playing with your shadows, and you're playing with all that stuff.
Playing all that stuff.
Yeah. And especially if we have a theme, it's a lot of fun.
Especially the themes, and the themes will really be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Especially some good themes.
Yeah, good themes and, just having fun with the client and shooting photos. I love doing that too, but video had to be my top thing. You know what I'm saying?
I love video.
Yeah. I'm a storyteller.
Yeah, I love video. You can tell a story by a picture, but a picture can be misconstrued. A video can be straight, so you can be misconstrued too, but majority straightforward.
Yeah, and I'm a straightforward person, so it just makes sense for me to shoot videos.
Sense.
Like, photos can mean a million things, but now if you could tell it.
Yeah.
With sounds, with voice.
Right.
With shapes, with... everything, shadows, lights, all that.
All that, the whole nine.
Moods, psychology.
So man, one more question, man. So what is your goal? Like, what is your main goal for us? Like, everybody has a goal that they're working for. As far as the reason you're doing all this, what is your goal?
Okay, I got a little small story before I tell you my full goal. So, my ultimate goal, is to actually become a big director and producer. And I'm talking about big music videos. I'm talking about shooting big celebrities, being in Florida, you know what I'm saying? Like directing, like Director X.
Yeah, Director X, yeah, Hype Williams and all them big names.
That's where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get there. And as far as my business, I want to get it to a point where, and I'm going to say, who was the one who told me this? It was, yeah, I'm going to skip that. Somebody important told me that pretty much like, okay, you could build your business and everything and whatnot, but you just gave yourself a job. Now, what's going to happen when you pass away? Who's gonna take care of that
gonna
business?
take care of it? Yeah, right. You gotta put yourself in position
Yeah.
for your next.
Exactly.
Right.
So, oh, actually, that was Crackalak. Crackalak TV. He's from Detroit. He was the one who told me that.
Okay.
You know, I got a consultation with him and I spoke to him. You know, we did a Zoom call together, and he's also a big videographer there. He travels everywhere. Pretty much, we're in the same boat. And I spoke to him to pretty much tell me, hey, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right moves, business wise, marketing wise? Am I doing the right things, pretty much? And you know, he was a hard confirmation, but that one thing he told me really stuck to me when he was like, yeah, you just gave yourself a job. So now when you pass away, what's gonna happen to your business? Well, now you gotta make your business big enough where you could hire your own video editors, where you could hire your own cameraman, where you know what I'm saying, now you're building an empire. You know what I'm saying? Now you could retire and your business still runs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And your name is still going to be out there. So that's my ultimate goal.
That's when, if you notice, that's what I'm building.
Yeah, exactly. So for my daughter, you know, in the end, she be taken care of.
Right.
She don't got nothing to worry about.
So even after you gone, she still got stuff.
Exactly. So even if she doesn't decide to be a videographer like me, there's other people that can run it that I could trust, or, you know what I'm saying? So that's my ultimate goal.
Facts. So, man, before we slide off on NewbieVeT, man, how can they get in contact with you, man? And any love you like to shout out?
Yeah, definitely. So, if you ever want to book me for Benzz Productions, well, Benzz Filmz is one of the trees. Yeah, so for video, you just call me or just hit me up at 910-884-5964, or just find me on Facebook by Brian Benzz. Instagram is Benzz Productions. And you could just DM me from there. Or, you know, I just give you a quote, we talk, and we get into a meeting, and we do the whole shebang. If you saw the whole video, you know the process. What was the other question?
Any love you want to shout out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, I got to shout out my main man's from South Compton, James Acock. What's up? Shout out to everybody here in Augusta, 42 BJ, everybody. Shout out to J.Paul. Shout out to everybody that's work out with me out here. Shout out to my homeboy Ray. You know what I'm saying? He was actually one of the pieces that I needed to like actually move forward. I left my job and started working with him in order to continue to do my camera, my video stuff. Yeah. I quit everything and I risked it. Life is about risk, bro.
Yeah,
I took a huge risk on that.
About risk, bro. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta jump out there.
I want to shout out to everybody. If I didn't mention anybody, man, yo, bro, like, it's, you know, I got a lot of stuff coming in here. Lou Life, what's up? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, this is it. We out.